Hello everyone and welcome to the DPB podcast. I'm your host Ryan Mondes with DisneyPinsBlog.com, the latest news on Disney pin trading and collecting from around the world. This is episode number 174 for the week of August 5th, 2019.
Welcome to the Disney Pins Blog Podcast.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Hope you guys had a great weekend. It is just myself right now for the DPB podcast. Becca and I, actually, you guys might know her as a Disney Kitty, my friend Becca. Her and I were supposed to be doing the podcast together this week, but we had a little bit of a technical difficulty. I usually record the podcast on Skype, but we're having problems with the audio. It sounded like a helicopter in the background or a machine gun going off. It would have been really annoying for you guys to listen if you're on iTunes or Google Play. Even on YouTube, if you guys are listening, it would have been pretty annoying. So I tried a different program, Zoom. If you guys heard of Zoom, we tried that, and it was still, some feedback was coming in. I don't know if it was on my end or Becca's end. I think it was my computer. Tried a bunch of different things, restarted, shut everything down. I tried my AirPods. I tried the computer audio, my Snowball microphone, lots of different things. And nothing was working. So we spent about an hour troubleshooting. And then we were just talking and chit-chatting. It's going to be a little bit of a different episode this week for 174. I do have some housekeeping to go over. Pin news is going to be extremely light because I did want to talk about the Disney FairyTails event. I can't believe it is here, guys. It is this week. We have been talking about this for a very long time, basically a year since when it was announced at last year's event, Animation Celebration. That was a great event. But yeah, lots of hype around this event. The pin releases, it sold out in less than an hour. Just tons of hype around this event. I know lots of people are traveling in from all around the United States and even the world to attend this event. So yeah, it's going to be exciting. It is this week, a 4-day event, Thursday through Sunday. We're going to be getting into that in just a bit here for Pin Chat segment. But first, let's get into the housekeeping. First thing I want to mention is my travel schedule. August 2019 is probably my busiest month to date as far as coverage goes and work for Disney Pins blog. I am dedicating a lot of time to covering these events and working on DisneyPinsBlog.com and covering for the YouTube channel, everything else. So I'm not sure how many podcast episodes are actually going to be up in August, if any. But I might be able to squeeze one in the middle of August, but just want to let you know I'm going to be covering the Haunted Mansion 50th Anniversary event at Disneyland, Disney FairyTails event, D23 Expo 2019, opening of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and Epcot Food and Wine Festival. This month I am back and forth between California twice and Florida twice, so I'm not sure if I'll have any podcasts after this one until after Labor Day. But there's going to be a ton of content on the website. You can find all the information up at DisneyPinsBlog.com, of course, our social channels, and our YouTube channel. The second thing for housekeeping is I want to give a big shout out to everyone who entered our giveaway and who follows Disney Pins Blog on our Instagram account. We recently hit 50,000, so we did a giveaway. Over $100 in Disney gift cards and Disney Pins Blog pins. Congratulations to our winners, Carla, Ruth, Mariko, and Kira, from all around the United States, actually, Texas, Florida, California, and Hawaii. So congratulations to the winners. There was over 2,600 entries for that giveaway. So thank you very much for supporting Disney Pins Blog. We have new giveaways every month, so be sure to check back for our August giveaway. And then the next two things for housekeeping is little plugs for Disney Pins Blog. I want to first plug our Discord. If you guys are familiar with the app Discord, we do have one for Disney Pins Blog. A decent amount of members in there right now. Lots of people talking about new pin releases, pins they're in search of, things happening around Disney parks. So if you are familiar with the app Discord, it is basically like a chat feature. You can join ours, it's just Disney Pins Blog. And then the last thing for housekeeping, another plug, is for our sister website. If you guys are into the Disney Parks Wishables collectible plush, we do have a separate website for that, which is just dpbwishables.com. And we have every single release up there so far of the little collectible plush, including a preview of the holiday 2019 Disney Parks Wishables. Those are pretty exciting. All right, let's get right into the pin news. And like I said, there is a ton of pin news going on right now. I think the month of August alone, there's over 500 Disney pin releases around the world. Everything is up at DisneyPinsBlog.com. I'm not going to mention everything right now just because there's so much. Just tons of releases around the world. Some of the ones in the past 2 weeks that we've mentioned. We have new pins from Disney Cruise Line, ShopDisney.com, and Disney Store retail locations, Tokyo Disney Resort, Hong Kong Disney Resort, Disneyland Paris, Box Lunch, and Disney Parks in America, Disneyland and Walt Disney World. There's just so many blog posts going up. Lots of news. You can find them all if you click on the blog tab at Disney Pins blog. But there's 3 things I want to mention this week that gained a lot of attraction this past week whenever we post them. The first thing is the limited edition pins are back at Disney Pin Traders at Downtown Disney in California. There was so much hype around this. People were like, no, they're not coming back. And then some people were very excited about it. People were disappointed that they left in the first place, and then some people didn't even know that they were gone. It was basically almost the full month of July. The pin store at Downtown Disney and Disneyland, which is called Disney's Pin Traders, was no longer selling limited edition pins. You had to enter the park to purchase them. So if you're familiar with Walt Disney World, that's like Disney Springs not having any limited edition pins. You would have to go into one of the 4 parks. That was happening out in California. But they quickly changed it back, and now limited edition pins are available. We have confirmed. We posted photos up on social media, and we have a blog post on that. So that was very popular this past week. The second thing is the Haunted Mansion 50th anniversary event is this week at Disneyland. That starts on August 7th. I will be out there for that just to pick up the merchandise. I did the RSP, paid for a ticket, but I'm not going to be able to attend the actual event because I'm heading to Orlando then to cover FairyTails event. But there are so many pin releases for the Haunted Mansion 50th out at Disneyland, and there are a few of them that are actually going to be appearing at Walt Disney World at Magic Kingdom. You can find those at Frontierland Trading Post. There's the Day of pin. It's like a little tombstone, and then they're also going to be releasing a mystery pin collection. But I believe the remainder of these pins, like the lenticular pins, the Doom Buggy pins, the Hatbox Ghosts, the limited edition pin collections, Super Jumbos, all of those are exclusive to Disneyland, and which will be available first to event guests who paid for the $300 ticket, and then any remaining pins will probably be available in the parks at Disneyland. So that event is August 7th and 8th at Disneyland. I will be out there to attend the store portion of it, which I am very excited about. And then our third thing for Disney Pin Chat that was a big story this past week is the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party 2019 pins. Can you believe it? Already Halloween coming up here. It's still summertime, but the party is starting at Magic Kingdom Park at Walt Disney World on August 16th. So that's when you can find these limited edition and limited release pins releasing first on August 16th at Magic Kingdom Park. You can find them in Big Top Souvenirs in the Storybook Circus area of Fantasyland. There is a logo pin, annual pass holder exclusive, a Hocus Pocus Villains Spectacular pin set that's limited release. And then there are 4 limited edition pins, one featuring Maleficent, Captain Hook, Oogie Boogie, and Jafar. Those are all limited edition of 4,100. Then there is a box set, which has an Evil Queen completer pin, which is LE1000. And then there is a frame pin set. This is a gorgeous pin set. It's a limited edition of 500, and the completer is Hades. I think that one's going to be around $200 to $300 based on last year's prices. And then there is a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party mystery pin set. 10 pin collection here, limited release, and there might be chaser pins in this set as well basically features carved pumpkins depicting Disney characters, which I really like. I think it's a cool set. All right, now it's time for the new pin releases this week at Disney Parks. First, we're going to start off with Disneyland. There is one exclusive, and that is the Crest of the Kingdom pin. This one featuring the Jungle Cruise. That is limited edition of 2000 with a retail price of $17.99. And then let's get into the Walt Disney World exclusives. We have our second Star Wars Galaxy's Edge countdown pin. This one featuring the X-Wing pilot. That is limited edition of 3500, retail price $17.99. And then the next iHeart Gaming pin featuring Tailspin is available at Walt Disney World. That one is limited edition of 1500, retail price $17.99. And then for the shared pin releases, we have one. It is the Going Our Way annual pass holder pin at Disneyland and Walt Disney World for the Haunted Mansion 50th anniversary. It features the Hitchhiking Ghost, and it reads, "Hitch a Ride to the Afterlife." And that's a limited release available on both coasts. All right, now it's time for Disney Pin Chat. So for Disney Pin Chat this week, I really wanted Becca to be joining me, but I wanted to talk about Disney FairyTails event. This is the Super Bowl of pin trading events. I say that every year. It's just the biggest pin event, and it's held at Epcot in Walt Disney World. Way bigger than any pin trading night. This is an annual event. They've been doing this for years. It's always at Epcot. And every year has a different theme. Last year was Animation Celebration. Before that was called Love is an Adventure. I've been attending them since 2013 when they had Reflections of Evil as a villains event. Very cool. But this year is themed to Disney FairyTails, which is a lot of pets. And it is a 4-day event starting on Thursday, our pre-registration day, August 8th, at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort in the Veracruz Hall. It starts at 10 a.m. and goes until 7 p.m. This is the pre-registration, so you'll pick up your packet, your credentials, and any pins you got in the random selection process. But you can only attend this if you actually selected this day as your registration day. If you selected Friday, then you got to go Friday before the event starts. And then there's also a pin trading day. This is for registered event guests only, so if you have a ticket, you can head to Coronado Springs Resort and trade with guests in the ballroom. So Friday is really considered event day 1. This is the main event. It is held in World Showplace Convention Center at Epcot. It starts at 9:30 a.m. and goes until 6 p.m. It starts with the registration and random selection process, so if you missed Thursday, you can always do this on Friday. And then the Disney FairyTails store is open, which features exclusive merchandise and any leftover pins. So if there are any pins that didn't make it in the RSP, you can pick them up there. They might have exclusive shirts or like tumblers, totes, the Magic Band. If there's any left over, you'll be able to find those at the store. And then the main pin trading area is open. So this is like pin trading with cast members on the pin boards, which is like basically the main part of the event where you can get the exclusive pins. Limited edition, artist proof, pre-productions, very rare pins are on the pin boards. Usually first timers, if this is like your first event, I always say for people to bring like hidden Mickey pins to trade on the boards. Don't take limited edition pins or anything rare to trade on the boards. People mainly just use like booster pins or hidden Mickey pins. Also, there is a silent auction preview and bidding. It is back for this year. I think it was here last year as well, but the year before that, I think they eliminated it. There wasn't a silent auction, but it is back. You can find like pin boards, huge pin boards, frame sets, bags, lots of limited edition pins or artist proofs, and you can bid on them. These you go for a high amount of money, so if you're a high-end collector, this is for you. It's pretty exciting. Next is the Where's Pascal scavenger hunt. So to participate in the scavenger hunt, they're probably going to give us something at check-in, and then we'll have to do something in the event, and then you will receive a pin set. So that is always exciting. Next, there is trivia and games that goes throughout the day. The trading board activities go from 9:30 to 5:30, then that's the cutoff time. There is the Disney Pin Partners product preview, which is my favorite part. We will have videos up on the YouTube channel of all of the pin previews. If you guys want to check that out, be sure to subscribe to Disney Pins blog on YouTube. Then there's Also, the artist pin signing from 3 to 5. So any pins you get at FairyTails, you can actually have the artist sign the back of them. Makes it a little more rare and unique. Then at 5:30, the entrance to the pin trading line closes. 5:30 is also the refund deadline time, and then 6 p.m. is the close of the event. And then the same exact thing happens on Saturday, all over again. You can also find unique characters throughout the event. You can take photos with them. I remember one year, like the bride from Haunted Mansion was there. That was pretty cool. So yeah, just a great time. It's kind of split into 2 areas. The main area is like pin trading with cast members. You have the event exclusive merchandise store. You have the pin previews. That's kind of like the main area. And then the next area of the convention center is where all of the guests put out their pins that they brought to trade with other guests. So if you aren't interested in trading your tabs on the cast member pin boards, you can just go into the other room and trade with regular guests. That's another question I get a lot, is what kind of pins you should bring to the event. If you are only concerned about trading with cast members on the big pin boards to get like the exclusive pins, just bring like Hidden Mickey and booster pins to trade on those. But if you want to trade with other guests, maybe bring something a little bit more substantial, like a limited release or limited edition pins if you're looking to trade with other guests. And then on Sunday, August 11th, is the public trading day from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is also at World Showplace Convention Center at Epcot. And there are photo opportunities as well, and the Disney FairyTails store is open again, which is exciting. And then any remaining pins will be available at Pin Central at Epcot. So if any of these fairy tale pins did not sell during the event or through the RSP process, you will be able to find those at Pin Central. I'm not sure how many are going to make it this year because the FairyTails event has been one of the most popular events to date. Lots of people want these pins, and I'm sure people are going to be buying the pins at the store at the event as well. So I think if any will make it to Pin Central, maybe it'll be like the frame set or some of the higher priced limited edition sets. One more thing I want to mention is actually entering the park to get to the event. There are 2 entrances, of course, to Epcot. There's the main entrance and then the entrance in the back of the park. Most people go to the front entrance, but anyone staying in the resorts in the back will go to the International Gateway entrance. I myself included will be going through that entrance, but Disney sent out an email, but with all the construction going on with the Skyliner attraction and all of the enhancements to Epcot, they said the entrance in the back, the International Gateway entrance, is actually going to be slower than the main entrance in the front of the park. So if you have the option, I would go towards the front of the park to get in quicker, to wait in line in the morning. That's another question I get, is what time people should attend. It's really up to you and what time you want to, get on the pin boards or set up your pins to trade with guests. People arrive like 2 to 3 hours early before the event. The doors open at 9:30 a.m. People will be there probably like at 7 a.m., honestly. So, but it's really all up to you. I think Friday, that day, people line up earlier than Saturday. I think Saturday people trickle in a little bit later, but it's really up to you. But Disney did say that front entrance would be a little bit of a quicker process. So yeah, if you guys have missed any of the pin previews, of course, we do have a blog post up. It's on the Trending Now section of the homepage at Disney Pins blog. And I have all of the actual photos of the pins from the last pin trading night. So I will get those up in the blog post if you guys want to see the actual photos of the pins. These pins are beautiful. Actually, both events this week, the Haunted Mansion 50th Anniversary event at Disneyland and the Disney FairyTails event, both of them have amazing pin releases. There's just so much going on this month of August with these 2 events and D23 Expo. The amount of pins that are being released is unbelievable, most I've ever seen in 1 month. So very exciting time for Disney pin collectors and traders. So yeah, just have fun, everyone. And if you see me there, be sure to say hi. I cannot wait to attend these events. And be sure to follow Disney Pins blog on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Lots of videos are coming. And of course, all of the information will be at DisneyPinsblog.com, the website. So if you are attending Disney FairyTails, hope you have a great time. If not, and you're only interested in the pin previews or any pin news, those will be appearing on the YouTube channel. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you at the event.